Fellow traders, 'tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Wednesday, July the 15th. The year is 2026. Let's talk trading. Simple trading. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. As always, have risk management in place so you don't lose more than you're willing to lose while you are trading. One of the viewers, traders out there, said that they liked it better when I was talking simple trading and horizontal lines and that whole thing about liquidity sweeps. I think they mentioned, they said, you know what, that's just, I guess, too complex or something. But the funny thing is, um, you know, I had this liquidity sweep indicator that I wrote using AI. And then I also put on my old imbalance indicator here. And they were saying, this is like too complex, but actually it's not. You see, you've got a couple horizontal lines. You got a liquidity pool here and a liquidity pool here. And so basically you're kind of trading between the two pools. So that's really not difficult. Now, of course, there's above this line and below this line, there's more liquidity, and maybe could have made it as a zone. But if you look at it as a simple horizontal line, it just keeps it simple. We can go back, and I wrote this bias indicator. The name of it's daily bias, but I've upgraded it so it can you can use it on multiple time frames. And in fact, I wrote a multimeter using that logic, and it's pretty funny because it was just screaming buy the whole day. And you can see what's happened here this past H4 candle. It just took off. But we can always just go back to simple horizontal lines. I've got the morning routine and the news report, and they plot horizontal lines at different levels. We've got the sweet spot indicator here. So it's pretty simple. We've got the previous and current days high and lows. We can put that on or off. But most of what I do, is around these horizontal lines. And just trading from line to line, or you trade with the candle color when it hits the line. It's not really that complicated. So, talking about the liquidity sweeps, you can put them on different levels, and you can see here price broke through that level. Look at H4, price broke through that level. And you can see here that the on these different levels, how the liquidities is at that same level. You can go up to the week, and you see you have a whole different level. And then here with the imbalance, you can see there was an imbalance that needed to be taken out, and then there's one here that was created on the weekly chart. And you can even look at the monthly. And once again, it came down, hit liquidity last month, and then boom, there we go. So, the whole idea, and I understand what they're saying, is that it might seem complex or convoluted, or just not simple per se. But, when you start to look at things, at first, yeah, it might seem that way. It's like learning liquidity and order blocks and all that. It took me a little while, but then once I got it, oh yeah, this is simple. And it's funny because there was a video I was looking at the other day, and they were talking about some things, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, that's just a return bar, but they had a different terminology. So sometimes, two people can be describing the same thing using different words, different lingo, different language, different acronyms or whatever. But, a lot of times you can break it down. So you can see here, you know, uh, it's very simple. We made a new high, we're retracing, we went through the 75 right here. We went through in the 80 line also. I think I've just got this set for the psychologicals here. You can see here, M5, there's a flip-flop box right above the 75. So, I hope, you know, some of these names, they might sound complex or complicated. You're talking about liquidity and pools and structure and, sweeps, things like that. Yeah, it could seem complex. And you can see here I've written a couple of multimeters. We've got the zones, we've got the status. And I know I did that one with the Dow theory. I'm sure that's probably blowing some people's minds. But once again, um, you can just get back to basics, simple price action chart here. Um, you can turn off, the indicator 2, you can turn off the 3LZZ and just trade, candle color at the line, whether it's M1, M5, or M30. Um, you know, we look at price action. Okay, here's the previous candle. Price is either going to break out of the high, break out of the low, or neither off of this candle. It could break out of both sides, or it could break out of neither, or break out of one or the other. So see here, we went above the 80. We failed to close above it here. So then you can start trading the other way. And in this case, you're heading south. So it opened at 78. So it went up, failed. As soon as it turned red, you could have taken the trade, or you could have waited to hit the 75 line, and it went all the way down to 71.5. So maybe you could have picked up 3 pips. And to some people, 3 pips isn't much, but there's some people trading, $10 a pip or $100 a pip, and 3 pips, is some folding money. So once again, you have to keep things in perspective. So see, we just crossed above the 75 line. We've got one close above it on M30, and we still have, let's see, we just started a new M15 candle. So let's see what that looks like. Previous M15 was an inside bar. So we'll see if we get a close above 75 and maybe possibly a close above 80. But this indicator here, the daily bias, like I said, I've changed it. It really should probably now be period bias, because it's funny if it's 0. I'll have to update that code to put in the current bias. So we're on H4 there. Well, let's see. Let's just go from look to, so M1. It's saying look to buy. M5, look to sell. And what this indicator is doing is it's looking at the last 5 highs, last 5 lows, and it's saying, did it break 2 or more? So right here on this candle, it broke 2, 3 of the lows. So it's looking to sell 2 or more. So if it breaks 2 or more highs, it'll look to buy. 2 or more lows, look to sell. Tells you the last break with the low, that last break price. So you can see here, now it just broke above. So we've gotten look to buy. This signal on M15 is a wait. M30 look to buy. H1 and H4 look to buy. D1 look to buy. W1 look to buy. And the monthly look to sell. And the sweet spots indicator, obviously, I didn't have auto adjust on. So I need to turn that on there. So what happens is, if it's getting all scrunched up with auto adjust, it says, wait a minute, I need to figure this out. So look to sell. So you can see, depending on the time frame, what you're trading is going to give you different signals. That doesn't, to me, that doesn't invalidate the use of the indicator, but you have to learn how to use it. And once again, you pick one time frame and then you trade accordingly. So see here, you look to buy, and it probably gave that signal at 1820. Oh, well, we just switched over, so yeah. But you see here, it broke here and it kept going. But I usually use it on the daily, and it just seems to be very, very accurate. As an indicator. And once again, this is horizontal lines. You're using the previous 5 highs and the previous 5 lows. And what I usually like to do is I usually have it set to daily, and I like to look at it on an H4 chart, because H4, you know, these candles usually have a pretty big range, especially the which is my 6 o'clock 1600 candle, which is the first candle of the New York session. It's usually, a lot of times you'll make the high or low of the day on that candle. So I hope I've helped the trader out there that was talking about it. They really like the simple horizontal lines much better than the things that they consider complex, such as the liquidity sweep. And I guess maybe, like I said, the Dow theory. But, you know, anything complex, you should be able to break down to simple components and explain it. Because I think it was Einstein said something, if you can't explain it to a 5-year-old, then you don't know what you're talking about. And then Deming says, if you can't explain it as a process, you don't know what you're doing. And there's a lot of validity to those statements, because it's real funny that sometimes people will say, oh, well, it's complex. What they're saying is that they don't understand it, so to them it's complex, because in some other settings, non-trading settings, people will start talking. They go, oh, this is complicated. This is complex. There's so many things. And I'm like, no, it's not. You just need to understand it. It's not complex at all. And that just goes to show you, fellow traders, you know, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.